A quick addendum to the layer effects tutorial that I forgot to mention. One thing that I didn't really cover was opacity and fill. Now, that doesn't have anything to do with layer effects per se, but it does in a way. So let me show you what I mean by that. I figure as good a time as any to kind of explain it, because it can be kind of confusing. So, opacity, right, is the visibility of the active layer. How much of it is shown and how much of the layer beneath it is revealed. So what does fill do? That's what we want to look at. So I want you to pay attention to the graph or the text over here, including the drop shadow. If I take my opacity and I scrub that down to 0 on this layer. Oops, wrong layer. Make sure I'm on the top layer here, which is this one, and I bring my opacity down. You will notice the whole thing disappears, including the effect. Or if we come in, right, and 50% of it's hidden, or whatever, however much opacity you have. So opacity will affect everything on that layer, the content and the effects. So what does fill do? Fill only affects the contents. It does not affect the effects. That's kind of a clunky way of saying it, but here, you'll get the idea. I click on this layer, and I'm going to bring the fill down to 0. You will notice that drop shadow is still there. It looks like it's outlining the text, but really all the text is invisible. That fill is down to 0. Only the drop shadow is showing. So that's an important difference. You might need to know that on a certification exam, for example, or just allowing you to be more